West Michigan. I'm Jen Wangler. I'm the Vice President of Technology for The Right Place, also the Executive Director of the Technology Council of West Michigan. Here today with us is Vishnu Mano, and he is the founder of a company called Spotter. So Vishnu, thank you for joining us today.
Thank you so much for having me. Spotter is basically an app that helps drivers find open parking spots. So essentially, a driver can just pull up the app, type in the destination they're trying to go to, and find all the spots nearby that they could park at. We do this by using sensors, microcontrollers, cameras, and existing parking data infrastructure that's already out there in ramps and parking lots. And we're also trying to expand to on-street parking as well. And another side of our business that we're kind of exploring is also parking data analytics. So we're trying to help businesses understand how valuable their parking data is and how they can optimize their parking spaces by looking at occupation rates and things like that. First of all, it's just kind of understanding who to go to if you have an idea like this. So the moment you have an idea to create some sort of solution for a problem you see, or create a business if that's what the solution looks like, it's trying to understand, okay, what are the first steps to actually taking this from just an idea in your head and actually bringing it to fruition. At least for me, I did a lot of cold emailing and not getting back at much responses and just hoping for some person to take a chance on me and be able to read the email I sent them and kind of take me under their wing. So I emailed a ton of people, like parking companies and parking businesses, asking them if they would want to try out my solution initially. And the only people who ended up responding was the city of Grand Rapids. And they offered me a opportunity to pitch my solution to them. And that summer they took me on as an intern to study the parking industry from the inside out so that I could apply my technology background to the parking industry once the time came. So I definitely think one of the biggest challenges for young entrepreneurs is definitely just understanding where to get started, and just having a sort of support system like the support system we have in Grand Rapids is really important to cultivate young entrepreneurship. So I think the coolest thing about Grand Rapids is just how collaborative the startup environment is. From what I've noticed, every other entrepreneur, whether they're my age or even older than me, has never hesitated to help me whenever they're able to help me. So if I reach out to some of the friends I've made through startup events I've gone to, whether asking to use a beta version of their product or service, or just asking them for advice or how they ended up growing their company, they've always been super helpful to me, especially knowing that, I'm just getting started within this startup space here in Grand Rapids. And I've talked to some founders from other cities, and they've often mentioned how cutthroat the startup space is in other cities. And that's just something very unique that Grand Rapids has, at least from my perspective, just how collaborative most entrepreneurs here are.
Vishnu, thank you for joining us today.
Thank you so much for having me.